Okay, good evening to everyone who have joined the session today. And Mr. Shaggy, can you change your name, please? Who is this Shaggy? Shaggy? We are Scooby-Doo. Amir. Right. Good. Now, what I was speaking was the last 2 weeks, right? Was little bit. It's all right. It's all right. Busy to me because we had number of activities in the school, right? This weekend we had the school big matches, right? Big match and the 1 day right encounter. So, right, as a school teacher, we have to participate in all those activities, right? Therefore, right, and I went on a personal trip with my family in the last weekend, right, at the previous weekend. So because of that, I was a little bit busy. So, however, now I have get into the correct track. And I think in most of the school, they will have the term tests soon, right? You will get the zonal papers this time, right? So now let's get ready to your term tests, right? Sanuka, I'll let you know, son. I'll let you know. I think probably, I think we have already covered those things in the theory class. I will let you know. Okay, Sanuka? Okay, good. And today we are starting competency 10. Competency 10. So I think you know this. There are 12 competencies in the grade 10 syllabus, right? Competencies dolahak tino, and you can see how well we have worked, right? It was not me, it was you, right? So because of you, right, if you were not attentive, if you were not participating the classes, right, in an active way, I could have never reached this. I could have never reached this, right? So thank you very much, right? And keeping trust in me, and don't be afraid. I will provide everything, everything which is possible, right? Without any doubt. Therefore, children, just follow the directions of mine, right? Just 2 more lessons to be completed, right? This is a very short one. I'm taking a maximum of 3 weeks to complete this one, Puta. So, but it will be an important lesson too, but it is an easy lesson compared to the other lessons, right? So today also, so I'm starting the proceedings with the presentation which I have prepared. Right. Mr. Who is this? The student who joined the class right now. Can you please change your name, Puta? Can you please change the name of your device, please? Right. We are into the 10th competency. That is purchases journal, sales journal, and general journal. But in today's session, I'm discussing only purchases and sales journal, right? Today, I have a small question, right? That is, what do you mean by goods or the stock or an inventory? Rarely it is introduced as tradable items. What are these? What do you mean by the goods or inventory, the stock? Right? Sanuka, your answer is good, but it is not 100% accurate. Puta, in a business, in a business, from the business's viewpoint, a good is something where the business is purchased with the idea of reselling. Very simple. Now, I think business is a place where it takes place transaction. Most of the businesses purchase the goods and sell it with a profit. Right? Therefore, in a business like that, a good means anything which have been purchased by the business with the purpose of reselling. Idea of reselling. So, Puta, you can find this information in your tutorial, right? So please highlight this, Puta. Purchase with the idea of reselling. Highlight this part. Highlight that part. Then, different businesses uses different types of goods for the purpose of reselling. Most of the time, different businesses use different types of goods. A fruit seller uses fruits. A vegetable seller uses vegetables, right? And let's say a car deals or skills, they use retail items as the goods. So whatever it is, we can provide a common name for that as goods, stock, or inventory. Sometimes tradable items. Right? Then when the why I have explained this part today. Look at this. Different businesses use different inventories. Maybe examples here. For example, bookshop, tradable items, stationery, books, pens, pencils, clay boxes, and color pencils. Right? Now, in a vehicle spare part, right? Vehicle spare part business, right? The tradable items is lights, the tires, fan bells, coolant hose, jump starters. So these are the tradable items. But all these things can be called as the goods. Then I'm moving to the third business. That is a phone seller. What are the tradable items that we can find in a phone seller? Okay. Batteries, chargers, hands-free, housings, displays. Are there? Tradable items. Right? Tradable items. But do you see, in different businesses, we can recognize different inventories. Right? Next one, phone seller. Tradable items, batteries, chargers, hands-free, right? The same thing has been repeated. Automobile, cars, motor vans, service station, tow trucking, right? Are we clear? And the last one, in a land sale business, don't forget the tradable item is lands. So, when a business has purchased a land with the purpose of reselling, land itself becomes a good. What we have to consider? Okay, if a business has purchased something with the purpose of reselling, that can be recognized as a good. So with that understanding, can you complete this particular table? I give you 2 minutes. Finished? All right. So you have to write those examples here. right here. Literally unknown. Right. Now let's move to the next topic. I බලන්න මම මේක කතා කරේ කියලා බලන්න. But do you know in a business, right? There are two different methods where the goods can be purchased. දැන් පාඩම තියෙන හැමෝම වෙන මොකුත් කරන්න බෑ. There are two different methods where the goods can be purchased. Okay. First one on cash and the second one is on credit. So quickly write down these two things with the red pen here. On cash and on credit. On credit. Right? Hurry up. On cash. Okay. Now, as we have two methods of purchasing the goods, there are two methods of selling the tradable items too. That is easy to understand, right? So they are sale of goods on cash, sale of goods on credit. මම හිතන්නේ ඒක ලියන්න තැනක් විතර මම දාලා නැහැ. මෙතන තියෙනවානේ හරි පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න. Right? Purchased or sold. දෙකම purchased or sold. On cash or on credit. දැන් පුළුවන් නම් පුතා මට මෙන්න මේක complete කරලා දෙන්න. Complete the following table using the correct source documents and the prime entry. Right? කල්පනා කරලා ලියන්න. Because I have discussed about the prime entry books. It was introduced to you in the 7th competency. Cash purchase of goods. What is the source document? What is the prime entry? To record the cash sale of goods, what is the source document and what is the prime entry? Third question. What are the source documents and prime entry book that we use to record the credit purchase of goods and credit sale of goods? I give exactly 1 minute to write down the answers for these two activities. Starting. Have you written? Huh? Okay, let me take you to the presentation. To record the cash purchase of goods. Cash purchases the cash is flowing out. It's a payment of cash. When you purchase the goods, you recognize it as a cash purchase. So the transaction is right cash outflow, payment of cash. So the source document is, check your answers, payment voucher. Cash purchase of goods is recorded or proved with a payment voucher, and the prime entry book is cash book. Sometimes if you make the payment through a check, that is going to be a bank account. The next is cash sale of goods. Now, when you have sold the goods on cash, you receive the cash. Therefore, the source document is receipt. Once again, the prime entry books are the cash book and the bank account. ළමයි මම grade 11 syllabus එක write පටන් ගන්නවා හරි තැනදී. Yeah, you have to write both, Sanka. You have to write both. Right. Today, පොඩ්ඩක් මම හරියටම දවස කියන්නම්. It will be not on December, right? Medicine පටන් අරගෙන තේරුමක් නැති වෙයි. හරි. Let's move according to the the schedule of the school. හරි. අපි schedule එකට යමු. ආපහු පාරක් අපි මේ පාඩම් ටික revise කරනවා ඉස්සරහට. Okay? Now let's move to the third activity. Puta, transaction, source document, and primary. This time I'm using the credit purchase of goods as the transaction. Credit purchase of goods. Right. This is where we have the subject matter for today. Puta, credit purchase of goods are recognized with a purchase invoice, a source document named purchase invoice, and its necessary primary book is purchaser's journal. Purchaser's journal. Okay. And credit sale of goods. Source document is sales invoice and the primary book is sales journal. That is why I introduced the word goods to you, right? That is why I introduced, right, the different types of purchase and sale of goods. Here we have the information. හරිද? තව පොඩි දෙයක් තියෙනවා. පොඩ්ඩක් අහගන්නකො මම මේ කියන දේ හොඳද ළමයි? Right? පුතේ. Do you know, right? A business can purchase. හරිද? මම කියන මේ නෝට් එක පොඩ්ඩක් බලාගෙන ඉන්න. හරි? A business can purchase either, right? මම එහෙම දන්නම්. Purchase of goods, right? On cash. Purchase of goods on cash. Don't forget, the business can also purchase of non-current assets on cash. Business can purchase goods on cash or a business can purchase non-current assets on cash. ඊට පස්සේ the business can purchase goods on credit and also the business can purchase non-current assets on credit. බලන්න මේ ටික තේරුණාද කියලා? ඔය තමයි අපි කතා කරන අපිට business එකට කතා කරන්න තියෙන purchases ගන්න. So all these things are, listen to me, all these items are considered in all levels. හරි. දැන් මම කියන්නේ හොඳට අහගන්න ඕන. හරිද? පුතා, do you know to record these 4 transactions? හරි. To record these 4 transactions, we have to use 3 primary books. මොකද මම කිව්වේ? To record these 4 transactions, we have to use 3 different primary books. What are they? පොඩ්ඩක්. They are, මම මෙහෙම ලියලා දෙන්නම්. We have to use the cash book or මේ දෙක එකට යන්නේ bank. That is the first one. And the second one is this purchases journal. Purchases journal. And the third one is general journal. General journal. Now let's see how these 4 transactions are classified in these primary books. මේ කැමති නම් පස්සේ note එකක් දාගන්න recording එක බලන්න. පුතේ purchase of goods on cash. ඕක cash outflow. එහෙනම් මෙයාව record වෙන්නේ cash book. හරිද? Cash book. Purchase of non-current assets on cash. Puta, listen to me. Even this is a payment of cash. Therefore, the second transaction is also recorded in the cash book. Hariga, cash book. And do you know, purchase of goods on credit, it is recorded in the purchaser's journal. And finally, the purchase of non-current assets on credit, mame හැමදේක්ම උඩු ගන්නලා තියෙන්නේ. It is recorded in the general journal. ඔය දන්නවද එතකොට මෙහෙම ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහුවොත් මම මේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහනවා වගේ මට උත්තර දෙන්න. What is the type of transaction that we can record in right the purchaser's journal? Can you give me the correct answer? What is the type of transaction that we can record in purchaser's journal? මම මේ ඔප්ෂන් හතරක් දෙනවා මොකද හරි උත්තරය කියලා කියන්නේ. හරිද? Option 1 is, give me a minute. Option A, right? A, credit purchases. B, cash purchases of goods. C, credit purchases of goods. D, all the purchases. Out of these four options, which one select you as the correct one? Yes, Harshal, very good, very good. Which one is the correct answer? Credit purchases, cash purchase of goods, credit purchase of goods, or all the purchases above? Huh? Listen to me. The correct answer is, yes, Pute. The correct answer is C. Credit purchase of goods. Do we record all the credit purchases here? No, we don't. No, we don't. There are two types of credit purchase. Yeah. Purchase of goods, right, on credit. Purchase of non-current assets on credit. Do we record non-current assets in the purchase journal? No, we don't. So be very careful with your answers. So you can do the same thing for sales. Right? So in the sales journal, we can record only the credit sale of goods or sale of goods on credit. Okay, Buddha? Right. Let me take you to the presentation again. Right. To the tutorial. Now I'm moving to the source document part. Invoice. Invoice. Give me a minute. Here we go. Right. Today, what do you mean by an invoice? Invoice is recognized as the source document used in recording for credit purchase and credit sales. For the credit purchase, we use the purchase invoice. We convert this invoice as the purchase invoice. For the credit sale, we use this invoice as the sales invoice. Right? The most important thing is, do you know, this invoice is always prepared by the seller or the supplier. Right? It is prepared by the seller. So I want you to highlight right? Invoice is recognized as the source document used in recording credit purchase and credit sales. invoice is usually prepared by the seller or supplier. Seller or the supplier. And supplier recognizes this as a sales invoice. Supplier recognizes this as a sales invoice. Okay. And the buyer recognizes this as the purchase invoice. Are there? Right. Okay. Good. Complete करना. Right. Now, I'm moving to another important part. That is the relationship between the source documents and the discounts. I have taught you that there are two types of discounts. Trade discount and the cash discounts. I think I have explained about these discounts in the cash book also. Right? Listen to me. Trade discount are the discounts which is available at the point of the transaction. So you have to write that down. Then make a definition. Trade discounts are the discounts which is available at the point of the transaction. Point of the transaction. Okay, usually the trade discounts are not recorded in any of the prime entry books. I think we all are aware of that. Remember, we don't record trade discounts in any of the prime entry books. We don't record the trade discounts. However, the trade discounts can be found only in the source documents like invoice. There are two types of discounts. What are they? Trade discounts, cash discounts. Right? Trade discounts are not recorded in the prime entry books or in the ledger, but the cash discounts are. Right? Cash discounts are recorded in the prime entry books, but trade discounts are not recorded in the prime entry books. Right? However, the trade discounts are usually disclosed in the source documents. What is a trade discount? A discount which is available at the point of the transaction. Then what is a cash discount? Cash discount is a discount which is available when it settles a credit transaction. Okay. Once again, if you can't understand, you're free to ask any questions. Right? This is the format of an invoice. Made in invoice take a format. Right? This is the name of the seller. Rashmika Traders is the seller and Damkotua Road and Kadavati is the seller's address. This is the phone number. May tamai seller or supply medical yagan, right? And this is the buyer. This is the buyer. May bonal yagan. Sanuka, no. In exams, they don't ask you to draw the formats, but you have to remember them, right? These are the information, general information found in a source document. Remember, you don't want to memorize the format, but try to understand. These are the general information which is found in a source document. Okay. Then this is the invoice number and that is the date. Now, in an invoice, I told you invoice is issued by the seller all the time. right? So these are the right common information that we can find, right? මේ තින්නේ ඔය බලන්න මම පොඩි පොඩි දේවල් වගේ දීලා තියෙනවා. So total value is 34,000 and Rashmika Traders has allowed a 10% trade discount and the net value is 30,600. ඔය ටික තමයි පුතේ සාමාන්‍ය invoice එකක් ඇතුලේ තියෙන්නේ. right? මෙන්න තම note එකක් එනවා මෙන්න මෙහෙම conditions 5/14 net 30. පුතේ ඒක තියනවා නේද බලන්න ඒක ඇතුලේ. මෙන්න මෙයාව highlight කරගන්න පොඩ්ඩක්. මෙන්න මෙයාව පොඩ්ඩක් highlight කරලා තියාගන්න. this one highlight කරලා තියාගන්න. right. So by using that information, let's produce the answers for the question. Who is the supplier of this transaction? Make it clear. Rashmika Traders. Supplier Rashmika Traders. Then, what is the transaction of the supplying business? That is for Rashmika Traders. What is this transaction? Now listen to me. For Rashmika, this is a credit sale. Yeah, credit sale. Rashmika has sold the goods on credit to Johan Traders. Therefore, for Rashmika Traders, this is a credit sale. For Johan Traders, what is it? Can you tell me? For Johan, what is it? For Rashmika, this is a credit sale. For Johan, it is not yes, decisions very good. For Johan, it is a credit purchase. Either then මොකද්ද දැන් රශ්මික මොකද්ද කරන්නේ පුතා මේක දැන් source document එක හදනවනේ මේ invoice එක හදනවනේ he keeps one of the copies for his business, right? And Rashmika is using this invoice as sales invoice and a copy is sent to Johan. Johan is using it as a purchasing. That is why I told you all the time the invoice is prepared by the seller. Seller තමයි invoice එක හදන්නේ. පැහැදිලිද? පැහැදිලිද මොටම? Right? So, what is the prime entry book used by the supplying business to record the transactions? The answer is sales journal. Sales journal. අද waiting කර කරගමු කොහොමද? Sales journal. Then, who is the buyer of this transaction? Can you tell me? May business ke buyer kawuda? Who is the buyer? It is Johan Traders. For D, it is Johan Traders. Yes, Dishans. Buyer is Johan Traders. Next. What is the transaction of the buyer's business? To the buyer, to Johan, okay, it is a credit purchase. Yeah. Credit purchase. F. What is the prime entry book used by the buyer's business to record this transaction? The answer for question F is Johan Traders is using purchase journal. Purchase journal. Purchase journal. Sunday complete karga. This is how you read, right? A source document. Invoice කියවන්නේ මේ විදිහට. What is the rate of trade discounts of this transaction? අපිට කෙලින්ම දුන්නා trade discount is 10%. 10%. Last one. What do you mean by the condition 5, 14, net 30? මොකක්ද ඕකෙන් කියන්නේ? හරිද? පුතේ මේ තියෙන ඔන්න මේක ලියාගන්න මේ විදිහට. Debt. Now this is a credit transaction. ආයක දන්න. So this 30,600 must be settled within 30 days. ඒක තමයි අන්තිමේටම තියෙන්නේ. net 30 කියන්නේ ඒක. This particular debt has to be settled within 30 days. But if the total debts, if the total is settled, 30,600 is settled within 14 days, the customer, now the customer is Johan Traders, no? Johan Traders receive a 5% cash discount. The total debts, this have you read this information? The total debts must be settled within 30 days. If the total debt is settled within 14 days, the customer receives a 5% cash discount. ඔය තමයි condition එක. පැහැදිලිද? ලස්සට මේක ලියා ගන්න. කොහමද පාඩම? හොඳයි නේද? ගාලියා. Okay, great. Puta, who has issued this particular invoice? Rashmika Traders. We ultimately on invoice. Right? Few minutes ago, I told you invoices are used to record the credit transactions. Now, who has issued this? Right? Rashmika Traders. Therefore, Rashmika is using this as a credit sale. And for Johan, it's a credit purchase. I'm agree with you. For the seller, it is a credit sale. To the buyer, it is a credit purchase. For the seller, it is a credit sale. But to the buyer, it is a credit purchase. That's all. Are we clear? Great. Now, I think you have written this, right? So I'm moving to the next one, next topic for today. That is purchase journal. Purchase journal. Right? Now, I think everyone knows what we record in a purchase journal. Purchase journal to record all credit purchase of goods made by the business. Do we record all the purchases in here? No, we don't. But we record only the credit purchase of goods. Credit purchase of goods. Credit purchase of goods. Right? This is also introduced as purchase book or purchase journal or purchases day book. Purchase book purchase day book same thing. Highlight those two. Next is to prepare the purchases journal, we use the purchase invoice as the source document. Or you could say even the invoice, but in all levels, you have to say the specific word purchase invoice. Okay, so invoice, but in all levels, it should be purchase invoice. right? Great. And then let me introduce the format of a purchaser's journal. මේ තමයි පුතා columns ටික අපිට ඕන. හරිම ලේසි බලන්න. Date should be there. I think you know this name. Every prime entry book is started with a date. Because in the prime entry book, we have to record the information according to an order named chronological order. That means according to the date and the time. So we have to update the information like this. Right? So there is a specific account for Nimal in the ledger. So in this LF column, that you disclose that LF, right? Ledger folio of Nimal account, right? Then on 15th of August, under the invoice number 782, we have purchased goods from Kamal. The value is 22,000. Remember, all these things, right? From all these things, the trade discount is already deducted. Huh? You can't record the values with the trade discounts in here. They have to be deducted. Next is, on 23rd, under the invoice number 962, we have purchased goods from Sunil, valued 14,000. 14,000. පුතා මෙන්න මෙතන date එක පොඩ්ඩක් දාගන්න මම හිතන්නේ date එක අමතක වෙලා තියෙනවා මට. පුතේ මෙතන දාන්න ඕන සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපි මෙතන number එකක් දාලා නැහැ නේද format එකේ. This has to be the last date of the month. එතකොට මේකේ වෙන්න ඕනේ මේකල ලියන්න වෙල අවශ්‍යතාවයක් නැහැ. This should be the date is 31st of August. At the end of the month. End of the month, you have to say it is debited to purchaser's account. Now this becomes a complete purchaser's journal. So without this information, your purchase journal is incorrect and incomplete. In front of the total, what you would write in a purchase journal, debited to purchaser's account. අමතක කරන්නේ නැහැ account. You have to write debited to purchaser's account. හරිද? මෙන්න මේක highlight කරන්න. Now, posting the information of the purchase journal to the ledger. Note දුනිති purchase journal is හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න. ඔයාලට මතකද මෙන්න මේ principle එක? පොඩක් මතක් කරගන්න. I think I have clearly told you there are prime entry books with a dual role. Dual role. What are those prime entry books? Right? One of dual role එකක් තියෙන prime entry books පුතා. A, cash book. Therefore, cash book has debit and credit sides. B, bank account. Therefore, bank account is also has a debit and credit side. And C, petty cash book. Petty cash book. Therefore, petty cash book also has a debit and a credit side. So these are the prime entry books with a dual role. But listen to me very carefully. Purchaser's journal. Purchaser's journal. Sales journal. That is general journal. These prime entry books do not have a dual role. Therefore, these prime entry books do not have debit side or credit side. හොඳ ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහන්න. හොඳ ප්‍රශ්නයක්. Only the cash book, bank account, and the petty cash book have the dual role. They are acting as a ledger account too. So you don't want to prepare a separate cash account. bank account or petty cash account, because all these three prime entry books are acting as their own ledger accounts. Right? And listen to me, none of these prime entry books, purchases journal, sales journal, or general journal, they don't have, right, a dual. පැහැදිලි දෙමොතම right නියමයි. හරි. අපි යමු tune එක. Now let me explain the relationship between the purchase journal and the ledger. The total debited to the purchaser's account. අපි මෙහෙමත් ලියමුද පොඩ්ඩක්? Debited to the purchaser's account at the end of the month. ඒකත් ලියාගන්න. At the end of the month. Debited to the purchase account at the end of the month. And these figures, right, are credited to the respective creditors account on their respective dates. On the respective dates. Credited to the respective creditors accounts on the respective days. It means we have to credit 64,000 to Nimal's account on 1st of October. 22,000 to Kamal's account on 15th October. Only the credit entry. And 14,000 to Sunil's account on 23rd of August, not October, August. And the total is debited to the purchase account on 31st of August. This is how you pass the information of the purchases journal to the ledger. හරිද? right. අද මම මේ ඔක්කොම මේවා දැම්මට අද අපිට ඔක්කොම ටික කරන්න වෙලාවක් නැහැ පුතා. හරිද? කමක් නැහැ මට ලොකු අද ගොඩක් දේවල් කියලා දුවපු හින්දා අපි මේ ඇක්ටිවිටිස් ටික next week කතා කරනවා. හරිද? next week කතා කරනවා මේ ඇක්ටිවිටිස් ටික. බලන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට. හරි. අපි number 5 එක කතා කරලා ඉවර කරමු. number 5. හරි. give me a minute පුතේ, give me a minute. Right. Now, let's prepare the purchases journal of Buddhika traders. Right. Made in a format: date, invoice number, supplier, amount, and L. හැමෝම පුතා journal එක අඳින්න කලින් උඩ මේක ලියන්න ඕන. මොකද්ද? මේ තියෙන්නේ purchases journal. Purchases journal. Then you have to write the information: date, invoice number, supplier, amount, finally the ledger. Right? So this will be the format. Wait, am I up to a format? And let's calculate the values. Then my working stick happen. Let's calculate how much we have to record as the purchase from Shrimal and Company. Right? Let's see how much we have to record. Working from Shrimal, we have purchased medical yagan 10 units of wristwatches at 800. Enam 10 multiplied by 800, that is 8,000. And 8 units of mattresses, 4,000. 8 into 4,000, 32,000. Therefore, make a working. The value is 40,000. 40,000. And don't forget, we have allowed a 10% trade discount. Again, Mama record adu karanne 4,000 trade discount. Accordingly, I can record only how much? 36,000 in, right? But record karana puluwan wenne just 36,000, right? In the purchases journal as the purchase. The date is 5th of June. Invoice number 6521. Supplier's name Shrimal and Company. Amount is no one should record 40,000. Only 36,000 can be recorded. 36,000 can be recorded. Me working අර correction එක ගමින් ලියාගෙන මේක highlight කරලි වෙලා මේක වෙන හදාගන්න. ඉක්ම කරන්න පුළුවන්. හරිද? And let me tell you how to prepare the ledger account also. මම ledger account එක හදන්නේ කොහොම කියලා දෙන්න. Right? Let's update මම කියන්නේ එදාම record කරන්න එපයි කියලා නේද? Move to the ledger account please. Quickly move to the ledger account. Date, description, LF, amount. Date, description, LF, amount. Right? So the first one is Shrimal and Company. Company. මුලින්ම account එක නම දාගන්න. Shrimal and Company. You name the first account, this account as Shrimal and Company. Name this account as Shrimal and Company. Now, what we have to do? We have to credit the account of Shrimal and Company. What is the date? Date the date is 5th of June. 5th of June. Date right? 5th of June. Description purchases and lamai. Amount is 36,000. Amount is 36,000. On the same day, we have to credit Shrimal and Company account. Harida. Okay. On 18th of June, under the invoice number 8745, we have purchased goods from Madura Traders. Available. 30 units of gold clocks at 500. Therefore, 30,000, 30 into 500 is 15,000. 10 units of cassette players at 2,000. That is 20,000. Now get the total. It is 35,000. Do we have a trade discount? Yes. So remove the trade discount. This time, 8% trade discount. What is 8% of 35,000? It is 2,800. Calculation method කරන්න හැමෝම දන්නවා. And subtract 8% from the total. Accordingly, as the purchase of Madura Traders, I can record 32,200. This is what I can record in the purchase journal as the purchase from Madura Traders on 18th June. Date 18th June. Invoice number 8745. Supplier's name Madura Traders. Amount 32,200. 32,200. බලන්න තේරෙනවද කියලා පුතා? And on the same day, we have to credit Madura Traders account. Right. The date is 18th of June. Purchases amount 32,200. Lesi neda puta. Hari හැබැයි steps ටික ඒ විදිහටම follow කරන්න ඉගෙන ගන්න. මම දැන් පොඩ්ඩක් මම කරනවා මොකද මට තව class එකක් තියෙනවා පුතේ. Let's move to the last purchase, invoice number 1213. Kumara Traders purchased 5 units of table fans at 2,000. Then the total is 10,000. 8 units of CDMA phones, 4,000. It is 32,000. Therefore, the total of the list prices is 42,000. By this time, we have no trade discounts. So, you can record 42,000 directly in the purchase journal. The date is 26th of June. Invoice number 1213. Name of the supplier Kumara Traders. Amount is 42,000. 42,000. 42,000. Right? On the same day, you can prepare Kumara Traders account. The date 26th of June. Description purchases amount 42,000. See, creditors accounts credit velati, right? But the debit entry is not paid or not yet passed. We have just recorded the credit entry. Now the month is over. Up you know. All right. Complete format on 30th June. 30th of June, you have to say debited to purchasers account. That's right. Debited to purchasers account. What is the total? It is 110,200. The total 110,200. Right. Debited to purchases. And on 30th of June, we can prepare the purchases account. The date is 30th of June. Description creditors. amount 110,000. ඔය දවසේ තමයි purchase journal එකේ debit entry එක record වෙන්නේ at the end of the month. On the full screen answer record na on the full screen answer. See, it's very simple, right? So I want you to write this down while you watch the recording, and I want you to answer activity number 6 as a homework. We record only the purchase invoice, credit purchase. Can we record the transaction on 11th of August? Yes, we can. Why? It's a credit sale. It's a credit purchase, sorry. You can record this in the purchase, right? Journal. Can we record the transaction on 26th? Yes, we can, because the source document is invoice. But I have a question. Can we record this one? Bane, hey, balanako source document එක මොකක්ද කියන්නේ? Payment voucher. So if it is a payment voucher, I think I told this to you very clearly. This is not a credit purchase. මේ මොකද purchase? This is a cash purchase. Therefore, this transaction, this one, cannot be recorded in the purchases. Why? It is not a credit purchase, but it is a cash purchase. The transaction on 11th of August and 26th of August only in the purchase journal. You can't record the purchase from Dhammika traders in the purchase journal. Where do you record it? Cash book. Apata cash book හදන්න කියන්නේ නැහැ මෙතන. So you have to answer activity number 6, right? And පුතාලා පුළුවන් නම් මම කැමති පුතාලාගේ complete tutorials පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න ආපහු. Once you have completed the tutorial, please send it to me, send it to the group also. Group එකට පොඩ්ඩක් එවලා තියන්න so that I can go through it. Okay, students, then that's all for today, right? We will meet on next week with the sales journal. At next week sales journal එකත් හම්බ වෙන මේකෙත් උත්තරේ මම කතා කරනවා. And I think we had a very useful session. Study hard. The exams are around the corner, right? I want you to get good marks for the term tests as well. Okay, then that's all for today. Until we meet again on next week. Good night, and right, stay safe. And Puta, if you have not settled the fees for October, please make the settlement in time. Okay, thank you very much. Good night. God bless you.